Have you heard about Google AI Studio? There's a good chance you haven't. While everyone's been busy arguing over whether ChatGPT is better than Claude, Google went and dropped this absolutely groundbreaking new release that's just completely flying under the radar.
And look, this is not just another chatbot. What we're talking about here is a whole suite of tools that lets you build, create, and analyze things at a totally incredible level. And the craziest part? It's completely 100% free.
So, today, we're going to break down the 3 core capabilities of Google AI Studio. Seriously, think of these as brand new superpowers that are now available to, well, pretty much everyone. Okay, you ready? Let's dive in.
First up is the build mode, and this is where things get really, really wild. It pretty much turns anyone into an app developer. No, seriously, you don't need to know Python, you don't need to know Java. All you need is an idea and, plain English.
So to put it to the test, we had to channel our inner Sheldon Cooper and gave it a simple, fun prompt. Create a flag guessing game. And from that one sentence, the AI just takes over. It breaks the whole problem down, thinks through the logic, and then it writes all the code itself.
And just like that, it works. The very first version of the game just loads up, it shows us a flag, and when we click the correct country, bazinga, it knows we got the right answer. A working game made in just a few minutes from a single sentence. It's insane.
But here's where the magic really happens. We felt like something was missing, right? A scoreboard. So we just chatted with the AI, we asked it to add one, and of course, we had to give it some very serious Sheldon-approved names for getting things right and wrong. And what do you know? It worked perfectly. This is how you build things now, just by having a conversation. Okay, let's move on to our next superpower, generating media. We are talking about creating professional-level content, video, images, audio, all from just a few simple text commands.
So when you open up AI Studio, you've got this whole creative toolkit waiting for you. There's VO for making videos from text, Imagen for creating images, Gemini for text-to-speech, and then there's the viral sensation Nana Banana for image editing that can do some truly wild things. We decided to test out VO by asking it to make a commercial for a weightlifting shoe. And honestly, the result was super impressive. The lighting, the slow-mo, that dramatic feel, it was all there. The only tiny catch, the person's lifting form was, well, let's just say it was anatomically questionable. It's a pretty funny reminder of just how creative this thing is, even if it gets a little weird sometimes.
All right, next up, we had to take on the Nana Banana image editor. The challenge was simple. Take this photo, a thumbnail where it's kind of hard to tell if the face is cute or just a little bit creepy, and turn it into a professional headshot for a resume. And what it does next just brilliantly shows off its power. Because, look at this result. It added a suit, it completely removed the background, and it created a perfect professional headshot. But what's so incredible is that it's still the same person. The likeness is completely there, totally recognizable. And that's what makes Nana Banana so special. It keeps characters and styles consistent, even with huge edits.
Okay, so beyond building apps and making cool media, Google AI Studio is also, well, it's a ridiculously powerful analytical tool. Think of it like your own personal research assistant, one that can make sense of huge amounts of complicated information in just a few seconds.
Now this slide has a number that is it's mind-boggling. 1 million. That's the number of tokens, think of them as little pieces of words, that AI Studio can process all at once. We are talking about a massive capacity for handling information.
To try and put that into perspective, a 1 million token context window is like giving the AI 8 entire novels and telling it to analyze them all at the same time. The potential for doing research with this is it's staggering.
So how do you actually use it? Well, the process is surprisingly simple. First, you upload a really dense document, something like Microsoft's annual report. Next, you tweak a setting called temperature, and you turn it all the way down to 0. Think of temperature like a creativity knob. 0 means you get the most factual, straight-to-the-point answers. Then you ask your specific question, and finally, and this is so important, you turn on a feature called grounding.
Grounding is a fantastic feature. It's basically a technique that forces the AI model to double-check its answers against Google search results. This is a huge deal because it dramatically cuts down on the risk of mistakes or those weird AI hallucinations where it just makes stuff up. It's like having a built-in fact-checker.
So when we asked it for Microsoft's specific growth projection, the AI came back with this brilliant response. It was honest. It said, hey, that specific number isn't in here, but instead of just stopping, it found the most relevant information, and it outlined the company's whole strategy around AI-driven growth.
It didn't make up an answer, it gave us something genuinely useful. So, okay, let's get to the crucial point. What does all of this actually mean for you? We've seen how you can build an app without writing any code, create media just by describing it, and analyze massive documents in an instant. This is a huge shift. It's making these powerful skills available to everyone in a way we really haven't seen before.
So, to wrap it all up, the key takeaways are this. With Google AI Studio, you can now build real, working apps using just your words. You can create and edit amazing, high-quality media just by describing what you want. You can dig through mountains of data and pull out the most important insights. And you can do all of this for free, starting right now.
And that brings us to one last big thought. We're stepping into a new era where the barriers to actually creating something are basically disappearing. This isn't just about some cool new tools. It's about a whole new kind of creator. So when you can be a developer, a creator, and an analyst, the only real limit is your imagination. The only question left is, what are you going to build first?